Director, Media. Your Excellency, seated before you is Mr. Home Keller, CEO of Kennel Foundation, and the representative of BioNTech, of the BioNTech CEO, who owns the patent for mRNA, which is used by Pfizer for their successful COVID-19 vaccine. Also here are part of the cream of Nigerian scientists in virology and vaccines who have been invited to interact with Mr. Keller and to present Nigeria's status and potential as most suitable to engage meaningfully with BioNTech in Africa for mutual benefit in research and development, clinical trials, and production. It is reassuring that Your Excellency accepted to receive this group at short notice as a testimony of your passion for public health security and leaving no stone unturned to pursue anything that assures it. mRNA technology is considered a potential game changer in the technology and efficacy of vaccines. Research is going on to use this science to create and produce a variety of vaccines that had defied solution so far or had been ignored, like in the neglected tropical diseases. With the COVID-19 vaccines now flooding our stores and Nigeria having overcome the anxiety over vaccine shortages, we now desire to join in research efforts and partnership with BioNTech to develop totally new vaccines and also join in their clinical trials of these new vaccines and eventually acquire capacity for manufacturing in country. At the margin of the Commonwealth Conference in Kigali, I met with the CEO of BioNTech and expressed our interest in collaborating with them, whereupon he referred me to his representative for Africa, Mr. Home Keller, who is now visiting Nigeria to explore possibilities of cooperating in research and development of new vaccines, also clinical trials and building partnership that will lead to domestic vaccine manufacturing capability. Nigeria desires to work with advanced science organizations on the mRNA technology, to join in discovery of new vaccines and be a production site when the value of decentralization of capacity to produce critical vaccines is appreciated and accepted globally. We have expressed our interest to Mr. Keller for conveyance to his partners at BioNTech, and we hope to meet with their technical team to begin discussions on establishing a platform for scientific understanding and the mutually beneficial relationship. So submitted, Your Excellency.
Thank you. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be with you here today in your beautiful capital. And we are thrilled to learn about the great work you and your government have been doing during the last years. As the Honorable Minister has laid out, KENAP Foundation is representing BioNTech in Africa, but also working with a number of other vaccine and biological players in the industry. The aim of our mission is to establish research partnerships, so to see how Nigerian and international science will blend to benefit not only your country but the continent of Africa. Following out of that would hopefully be clinical trial partnerships, and here mostly your country's distinguished leadership on human challenge trials might be needed to tackle some of those diseases the Honorable Minister has alluded to, starting mostly from malaria. Following on that, our joint aim would be to contribute to vaccine equity and national independence by seeing for a manufacturing scheme that would be suitable for the Nigerian economy and health system. Excellency, honorable ministers, we trust that such work should be based on a duopoly of infectious diseases and cancer. So on infectious diseases, we are currently working on a hopefully eradication-driven malaria vaccine. We are working on tuberculosis, HIV, and more recently on monkeypox. All of those to be manufactured in Africa and not in Europe or in the US to benefit African patients. On the oncology side, it is essential to found and establish a profoundly African way to personalized treatment, which is something the world has so far failed to establish. These modalities are only available to the richest of the rich, not even to the ordinary citizen of the world, and this is a shame because scientifically there are much more options than the health systems globally have managed to implement. Though BioNTech is currently working on personalized cancer vaccines, these are therapeutic vaccines that would stop the growth of a tumor and therefore have a potential to turn cancer into a chronic but not anymore lethal disease. Our aim here is to make sure that these modalities get introduced globally and not only to the so-called wealthy countries. We are here, Excellency, to learn from you and to explore what opportunities there may be in this domain, and you can rely on us. We will be delighted, and we are delighted to support your good work and your important causes. Thank you very much, Excellency.
Mr. Holm Keller, the Executive Chairman of Canop Foundation and representative of the CEO of BioNTech, the mRNA vaccine patent holder in Africa. I am informed that you have, by authority of the BioNTech CEO, been in conversation with the Minister of Health since you met at the Commonwealth Conference in Kigali, Rwanda. I also welcome our own Nigerian biomedical scientists who were invited to Abuja to interact with Mr. Keller during his exploratory visit to our country to assess the scientific cooperation we can build it together. I have no doubt that you will have a productive interaction and agree to collaborate on many levels, from clinical trials to research and development of new vaccines, and eventually support vaccine manufacturing facilities here in Nigeria. Your invitation to Abuja and the reception at the State House are indicators of how seriously Nigeria values the prospect of scientific collaboration with the institute you represent. So I would like Canop Foundation to pay sufficient attention to the opportunities and potentials we have here, and note that Canop Foundation will find in Nigeria a suitable research and development environment in terms of human resources, expertise, and endemic deadly disease challenges that require research to help to eradicate with new vaccines. Our reputable scientific community has capacity to engage with you meaningfully in all aspects of research and to add value to our joint effort. Nigeria has a long tradition in vaccine manufacturing and laboratories for microbiological research, both in private and public facilities, and also for human and veterinary vaccine research, established over 80 years ago. You will find in Nigeria biosafety level, 3 laboratories, and ongoing initiatives with trusted partners to develop level 4 capacity too. Nigerian universities are working with reliable academic partners like Barnard Notch Institute and Robert Koch Institute and the United States Center for Disease Control on research and vaccine development for Lassa fever, to give an example. Excuse me. We have a vibrant health ethics research council and our World Health Organization maturity level 3 certified regulatory body, National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control regulates vaccines, and have started the process of attaining maturity level 4 that makes pharmaceutical products made in Nigeria, including vaccines, marketable abroad. We invest significantly in health, education, research, and development, and encourage discovery and partnership in joint ventures, such as with a private pharmaceutical company to begin routine vaccine manufacturing in the country. It is important for intending investors to note that Nigeria, with an estimated current population of over 200 million people, is the most populous country in Africa and the 7th most populous in the world, with a large market potential and suitable destination for investment. Nigeria is also the gateway to West African business and commerce and the preferred destination for ECOWAS citizens in search of markets. The BioVaccines Nigeria Limited, a public-private partnership company, and other private companies are at varying stages of acquiring capacities for vaccines manufacturing in Nigeria. At the peak of the coronavirus pandemic, Nigeria and many middle-income countries came to realize the disconnect of our countries from global public health solutions, when countries needed to draw closer to one another. A fallout of the disconnect was the so-called vaccine nationalism that saw wealthy countries, or with manufacturing capacity, keeping essential commodities like diagnostics, therapeutics, and vaccines to themselves alone. We now appreciate the need for global decentralization and diversification of manufacturing capacity of items critical for public health security. Our administration wants to build partnership for national and regional capacity in research and development, clinical trials, and capacity for in-country adequate manufacturing of items critical to our national health security. We are impressed with the numerous possibilities said to be around the mRNA technology, and hence seek cooperation with well-intentioned organizations, including yours, to build a strong bilateral partnership with your company and your affiliate bodies as science gets closer to understanding the possibilities around successful mRNA technology. We believe the mRNA technology will help solve other public health challenges too, especially those peculiar to our tropical environment. As you conduct exploratory interactions with our scientists in the biomedical field and officials of the Ministry of Health, I look forward to receiving a commitment to expand collaboration to achieve our goal of developing capacities for research and development and manufacturing. Thank you very much, Mr. Home Keller, and I wish you a pleasant visit and fruitful interactions. Thank you very much.